either certain questions or you don't ask a man how much money he got in his pocket. I love the pocket watch. That's my favorite thing to do. But culturally, this almost it's more than culturally. I think that's just some regular shit. Period. But that's what I'm trying to say. Like, I think that's what they're accusing Drake of going against. They're saying you are looking worse because your actions are sticking outside the norms of someone who seems to lack the understanding and the cultural codes and norms that everybody else seems to follow.
Got somebody that they could relate to in him, but really he not even like them.
So question. So does he just need to go? Or is there any way for him to get close back to him? Me personally, I think if I'm him,
if you have the antics like this, it's gonna make shit worse and worse.
I take my 15
worse
years
and worse.
Get on. Like I did something that nobody has ever done ever. Like if somebody told me, hey, I'm gonna give you a career, but you only got 15 years, but you gonna run it for 15 and you gotta stop. And then that's the only way I can start. I'm taking that.
I just think he gotta get back to the music, bro.
Yeah, I'm like, it should have been. No. It should have been a music from the jump.
No, but that's the thing that he's really great at.
But I'm saying it'll never happen again. He has to ghostwrite from here on.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying he'll have his relevant place to culture as far as where he was. But at the end of the day, where he's outstanding at, that's what he should depend on. He's never been outstanding in nothing else.
But I'm saying now.
You saying he should quit music altogether?
I think he should start
music. That's the thing.
Okay, look, right now, Pete.
Wait, what is he saying?
Nothing else. And he'll have his relevant place to culture as far as where he was. But at the end of the day, where he's outstanding at, that's what he should depend on. He's never been outstanding in nothing else.
But I'm saying now.
You saying he should quit music altogether?
I think he should start
music. That's the thing.
Okay, look, right now, Pete. If he was to drop an album tomorrow, how much do you think it would sell first week?
Who, Drake?
Yeah.
Tomorrow?
It depends on how if it's directed at the situation. Everybody gonna listen for that first week. What will it do the next week?
ATGS.
Rotated VR.
We're gonna click to hear if he say something slick.
But do you think like he still has the capability of breaking records
zone guys
like he's done before with
Visual
the current
on
climate
runway.
of what he's going to do right now?
Cabin crew.
Okay.
Please prepare the cabin
I
for
get why
landing.
because I get why you think. Yeah. Because it does require a level of cool, especially today.
I mean, it's just you just show that you're not.
Again, my issue that we're cool. And I'm not only saying this because Drake has filed a lawsuit. Their question is not answered by cool. I think their question, is primarily answered by these labels. If Drake fixes his issue with Universal, we're gonna get an amazing project. No, not amazing project. We're gonna get Drake doing amazing numbers. If Drake is still beefing with Universal, them numbers is gonna look big. But I think that's for every artist. I think what they're showing is Drake ain't bigger than the program, and the only person bigger than the program is one named Taylor Swift. That's it.
Yeah, but
this
other shit he doing that's fucking him up.
That's what I'm saying. It ain't the music, it's the off the court antics. It's like
and then everybody looking at all the shit he been doing this whole time and realizing that shit was never cool. But the one place that he's always been outstanding at is making records. Like guys, he needs to just make an album.
Midway Tower Cessna, November 8, 178 tree at runway tree.
Because he about to drop an album before next door.
Rider 2 traffic is generic on final.
Don't tell anybody you're my artist.
Don't tell anybody. Just like do it how Usher was doing, like with Justin Bieber. Niggas found out after.
I mean,
Eric Phillips, thank you for the super chat. He said, "Ak, where'd you get the hat from?" This is actually this is one of our merch. This is one of our merch. You go to theacademy.shop. maybe we should be on it, or it might be on our Andrew Gomez, thank you for the 2. It says Russell Westbrook wears skirts. He's cool, right? Keith Grimes says it's a trade-off. The hood guy always wants to be associated with the cool guys and vice versa. It's like high school with the athletes and the hood guys. Walter, he says, I don't think Kendrick has ever had haters. And Eric also says, you're doing circles around the fact he's soft. Make me feel like if Drake ratted, you'd be just fine too. They got love rats. What are y'all talking about? Love rats. What the hell? I'll need to justify it. Be like, yo, he's my favorite rat. What the hell? Yo, you gotta realize, when it come to me, this won't be the first rat I'm jacking. Like, yo, I don't know about y'all. It won't be the first rat I'm jacking. Like, yo, jacked a couple rats. Pause. Lamar Bennett, how would Drake got super tailgate inside? No one said anything. Story to tell says, in this culture, you have to adapt. You can't truly become yourself until you get popular. Queen Jones, she said, 100,000 were watching you stream daily during the beef. The video of you seeing he dropped your top video. We all watched like, not like us, 1,000 times over the world. There are no bots. So let me give you my like my opinion on like this bots thing, right? So here's how I think about it, right? So Not Like Us has 914 million streams on Spotify. I think honestly 100 million of those are bots. Even then, it's negligible. Like the whole botted thing, I think you guys have to understand what it is. Bots aren't supposed to be for the entire life of the project. Bots are supposed to fool people that this is popping now, that you go listen to it, right? So, do I think, so I would say 90%, in my opinion, 90% of those streams are probably real, but there is still 10% fake. And I'm not saying only for that song. I think damn near almost every song. Now, it's about when those botted streams come into play, right? When do those botted streams come into play? Sometimes they get trickled in over the time of a month and a half, because that's during the rollout period. Sometimes it might be the first 2-3 weeks. Who knows? Again, I would be an idiot to say there are no botted streams in Not Like Us. But I'd also be an idiot to say that song isn't insanely popular. And for the songs that we do know with 1 billion streams, this do feel like a 1 billion stream song in terms of like popularity. Now, here's the thing too. Remember I said this about Drake? I did say this about Drake. Drake is so popular. Like, for example, he shows up to July 4th, White Party. Michael Rubin says himself, we made sure that song never got played. Drake might not actually know the popularity of the song because no one's gonna play it around. Like, he's not just chilling outside where cars are passing. Every environment Drake is in, he creates, or it's created around him. So he might be like, bro, I don't hear this song nowhere. How the fuck y'all keep saying this? Like, you might see some videos on YouTube, but every time he goes outside or he goes to a concert, everybody's listening to his shit. So he's thinking, yo, how y'all saying this shit's effect? Like, how? Like, he doesn't see it. Imagine really creating your atmosphere where, like, you're never seeing what everybody is seeing normally. Like, truth be told, what I see on Twitter, I kind of see generally in the real world. Now, I see people liking the song.
Hello there.
I don't
you
see
must
people
be
trolling
Loudman61, right?
on Twitter. That's the only thing. On Twitter, they
Welcome
troll.
to Schaumburg Argino.
Like, Twitter niggas,
I'm
it's just all
Emiliano,
trolling,
the owner of this Aero Club.
right? But do I see people? Yeah.
Here at the club, we provide all the training lessons you need to get
When
started
would
and
Drake
earn
ever
your
hear that
private
song
pilot
other
license.
than him looking on Twitter? If he goes to a
Then,
club and
once
not
you've
play,
earned your PPL, you can build
Like,
up your
no
flight
one
hours
in
and
their
get
right
more
mind would say
experience
no
by
way.
taking people out on first flights.
Andrew Gomez, 10 for the 2. He says, "Not Like Us" has 178 million views.
But
on
before
YouTube.
any of that, let's head outside
as
and take
well
a
as
flight to get
the
familiar with our
music
aircraft
video
and the local surroundings.
has 178 million views, which means the song and the video has 178. Say, is that weird? Or am I tripping? He says that alone just makes it feel like it's bodied. Bro, I'm gonna be honest with you. The reason why I don't think it's bodied like to that extent, again, 10%, whatever.
Welcome to the
No, I
apron.
don't think it's
This
bodied
is where
to
all
some
our flying
degree.
adventures begin. Why don't you walk around a bit while I finish the pre-flight
If you ask me to
preparations?
name 10 songs, let's say 5 songs that dropped this year, I'm definitely naming Not Like Us. I'm definitely naming it. Like, come on. Not Like Us. All right. Yeah, so the video, let me zoom in a little bit. The video has 178, and the audio has 178. Oh, they both have 178. Oh, shit. Video was dropped 2 months after. Okay. Makes no sense.
Today we will be flying in a Cessna 172 Skyhawk. It's the main trainer airplane in our flight school. Our Cessna's got a glass cockpit and a 180 horsepower engine. Climbs well and is easy to fly. It's one sweet ride. I'm ready if you are. So hop in and buckle
Wire
up.
Royal
Let the
says
good
J.
times
Cole
roll.
said it was the bots and the beef in Port Antonio.
Welcome aboard. While you settle in, let's go over our flight plan.
Yeah, but part of J.
After
Cole
taking
saying that, I
off,
think, is
we will
just talking
climb to
about Canada. Like, this is bots in
2,300
the
feet
game.
above sea level, and then fly over the airport to enjoy the view.
I really don't think the successful artists.
Ready?
Like,
Why don't
even
you
me
start
saying
the
this
engine
about,
for us?
Kendrick Botten. Like, I do think he used bots, but I don't think Kendrick himself is there. Like, yo, bro, get me the bots. Like, no, bro. PG
Perfect.
Lang.
The wind is from 270 degrees direction with a speed of 9 knots, so we'll be taking off from runway 29.
I ain't gonna lie to you.
Okay,
Half of the smart
let me taxi
people
to the runway.
that I used to work with, because I work with other companies, they've left those jobs and just work with PG Lang. I don't want to mention their names because I love those guys and I want them to keep getting the money that they're getting. So they have really smart people. So I'm pretty sure Kendrick's not sitting around saying, let's get the fucking bots. But I'm pretty sure they're saying, yo, we're going up against Drake. Everything we do gets put against Drake.
All right, now comes the fun part.
Let's get some more
After
fucking
releasing the
streams.
brakes and applying full power, we will speed up and take off once we reach 60 knots airspeed.
Juice hit to 45.
We will be climbing at 75 knots, which is the recommended climbing speed for the Cessna Skyhawk. While climbing, we will follow a left-hand traffic pattern and make 2 turns. Don't worry if it sounds overwhelming, I am here to help. Release the parking brakes, otherwise we're not going anywhere.
I thought we played this.
Ready for takeoff? Apply full power to get us moving.
This shit is just.
Just
He
gotta put
in a
out-
fight right now that's lasting too long, bro.
And then
They go to academic stream and stream.
Don't make no sense.
I don't fuck with that.
I thought, but that's his biggest support.
You handle the
Yeah, but
yoke,
he's
and I'll
not
take
really
care of the
supporting,
pedals,
like,
steering
they
the aircraft
use-
on the runway during
He don't
takeoff.
really- he
No.
never
Has he
really
ever
did
called
that.
it?
Full
Has he ever
power
called
for
it?
takeoff, please.
No.
He never gave
Ever?
him that thing.
He texts him.
At least that's what he's saying.
He's been going this hard for Drake. He's never called
No.
it.
He's never called in.
We have reached 55
Ever.
knots.
No.
Pull the yoke a little bit to lift off.
I don't fucking with.
He never called in.
I thought he called in by now.
No.
He got as hard as he go for him.
No.
Hey.
But that's because it don't also be in.
Don't pull on the yoke too much or we'll lose speed. Keep the nose
don't
of the
be in
aircraft
also,
just
like,
above the horizon.
It don't be in like true fashion. It really just being like Flock doing that. Like Flocko does. It's like it's not real. You don't genuinely.
We are
niggas, you
approaching
just
our first
picking shit
turn.
up
As you'll
for
see,
no reason.
the
Like,
Cessna
that's goofy.
172
Like, that's
requires
goofy.
very little yoke movement to turn.
I think an academic situation, he actually talks to him, right?
He talks to him.
At least
Okay,
that's what
but
he said.
Flacco doesn't. Flacco's just spinning like
You can start turning
narrative
left.
to keep shit going.
Yeah, but I think even
We are
Axe,
300 feet
but
above the
how-
ground.
but how do
I
you-
will
Drake
track
like
the
sending him
flaps.
records and shit to
You
play.
keep
Yeah,
climbing.
but how do you? And I don't think he's sending records. I think somebody over yours.
From his
sending
team?
records. Yeah, because he don't fuck with him. It's obvious he don't fuck with Axe. That's what pissed me off. It be the people going hard against the people that would fuck with them, for people that would never. Man, he wouldn't piss on Axe if Axe was on fire.
Dang.
Keep
He
climbing
just
and
wouldn't,
prepare
bro. That's
for the
why
next
he
turn.
has it. You
Let's
don't
call
think?
action. We can see if he can piss on you. Think?
No.
No.
Think about it. Axe, feel me? Look.
Who's that guy? That's
You don't think Axe Stream
Okay,
would
turn
benefit
left
hugely
again.
from
We
Drake
are
showing
almost
up?
there.
Right.
Sure.
Remember,
100%.
we need to climb to 2,300 feet.
So, like,
It will keep us
but I keep
500
hearing
feet
this.
above the traffic
So,
pattern.
two things.
This is a good climbing angle. Try to
Ever since
visually
the
remember
back-
it.
Number one, I always tell people, and I don't know why.
I love the weather today. The clouds are beautiful, aren't
The
they?
two biggest jumps ever in my two biggest jumps, right? The third I would say is 6'9". And actually, I think the Warren Chirac comes in at fifth. So this is the top 5 jumps in my
There we are.
I would say-
2,300 feet above sea level and 500 feet above the traffic pattern. We have safe separation with the other airplanes. Look around, see our airport? Let's fly over it.
Look at our street. Like these days we average 17 right? 6, 7, 8, 10. Before we were like 10, almost double.
Excellent.
Certain-
I know that you're busy navigating and controlling the plane, but don't forget to enjoy the view.
So to me that was right. The second jump in my was me coming, and this so obviously there's analogy. The second one was me coming.
Well done.
Okay.
I believe you have a talent for
A lot
piloting.
of people.
I hope you enjoyed the flight. Let's head back to the ground now.
I'm from my platform. Every video I was doing was 300,000 right after that. So I was doing like 120.
I'm glad that we flew
150 by
together
myself.
today.
After that,
This might be the
300K
first chapter in your
every
pilot's
video.
journey. If you want to
Like,
embark
my
on
average
it,
was just
let's
like
catch up at our
100K
headquarters.
Okay, so that's the first two. Then the third one is 6'9" era, right? 6'9"
You
is just
seemed
Mark
comfortable
Van
out
Genius.
there. I'm sure you will get your
Fourth
PPL
thing
in no
is gonna
time.
be me.
There's a laptop in the office that shows
cornering
all
the
the
market
certification
on
information you'll need for your PPL
SoundCloud
exam.
rapper era.
Take a look.
That like all those that audience.
Here you can see all
really
the
helped
different
build me.
certifications you
And
can
then
pass throughout
fifth,
your career.
If we're going there, I guess
Your first step
I guess
is
it
to
would be
work
Porsche,
towards
right?
your
I forgot
private
what the
pilot
fifth
license.
was. But anyway, here's the point. Like, I don't know why people don't see that the benefit. Like, I'm already reaping the benefits. Now it's like people want
All the training
him, like,
lessons you'll
sit
need
next
to pass the PPL exam are available here. Make sure you're comfortable with
Or
these
people want
before taking
more.
the exam.
Which I guess I understand too. I mean, shit, I'm not gonna complain. Now,
Hard against the people that would fuck with them, for people that would never. Man, he wouldn't piss on Axe if Axe was on fire.
Dang.
He just wouldn't, bro. That's why he has it. You
Let's
don't
call
think?
action. We can see if he can piss on you. Think?
No.
No.
Think about it. Axe, feel me? Look,
that
you
nigga's hilarious. Even his voice out there. Who is it?
don't think Axe Stream would benefit hugely from Drake showing up?
Right.
For sure. 100%.
Thousand.
It'll be crazy if he.
I think it'll benefit Drake too.
Thousand.
especially right now.
So
Now, I'll give a little bit of credence to what's been said here. I do believe, as people are pushing this narrative that you are, even as Glasses says, you're not cool or you're anti-culture, they want you to do something that makes you feel or look cultural, and maybe the XQC or Aiden Ross look isn't that. But I'm gonna be honest with you, and this is another thing too. Like, do y'all think there's anybody who's younger who consumes hip hop, who would watch a stream or watch or whatever, that knows about Drake.
Welcome to Sedona. I'm Captain Jess Molina, and I'll be your instructor.
I still wouldn't be happy. I'm gonna be honest with you, like
for this lesson, we're going to start on the ground and focus on some basic concepts. Fundamentals every pilot needs to know before hitting the skies.
Than him just sitting
this
there.
is your plane,
Because
a classic, the Cessna 172.
That is a point I'll give to you.
Take a look around it. In the simulator, anytime you want, you can easily switch to cursor mode.
In this cultural rubric as non-cultural,
the cursor is handy for interacting with menus and cockpit controls or instruments.
They're waiting for him to do something.
As you can see, activating the cursor also displays the toolbar at the top of the screen.
You get what I'm saying?
The toolbar is a quick access menu that allows you to control various aspects of the simulation. Try to find and open the controls panel.
Proper care for that. And I think, you know, again, that has nothing to do with doing a stream with me, because honestly, I think niggas, the people who like me, and the people who hate me, that even if he did a stream with me, bro, you know there's niggas on Twitter who claim that Drake lost, cause like, bro, you can't appease motherfuckers like that. So I agree in generality that some people are wanting to see a cultural move by him. I actually disagree, thinking that just because I'm black, they would be like, oh, okay. No, I think when the people bring it up,
the controls panel is a useful reminder of the button layout for the devices you're currently using.
Motherfuckers who saying, oh,
now try to find and open the camera panel in the toolbar.
So Drake sitting with me is not gonna make you feel like, oh, Drake gets it now. You're gonna still say the same thing, right?
The camera panel allows you to access the various views and camera modes of the simulation.
Put it in the air to
go
be like,
ahead and close all the panels for now.
And the reason why that's important, because
in front of you is the yoke, the primary means of controlling the aircraft.
To a very few
in the simulation, you will be controlling the aircraft with your peripherals
media-wise,
of choice.
That nigga is down to zero.
Let's hide the yoke for now.
Like, and you know, you could call it whatever. Obviously, it's my favorite rapper, but still, y'all should know, like, this isn't necessarily just only a Drake thing, bro. At the moment when Tekashi 6ix9ine, his own label wouldn't work with him, I'm the only person who, like, that's never been my MO. Like, my MO has never been, oh, okay. I just always call that fake. Oh, okay, everybody's not fucking with Drake now. Let me just get up on out of here. Also, here's the thing too. If you wanted to treat any type of relationship or even a situation as whatever that you have leverage, you think I couldn't go to Drake and be like, yo, Drake, I need this look right now, or else I'm gonna be joining the group of niggas kicking your back in? But that's just not me. Like, I don't ask for nothing. Like, to keep it real, call me a cheap date then. Like, bro, I'm just not here begging these rappers. Like, I built my platform on being able to say fuck you to a rapper when I need to.
For now, we're done with the cursor, so go ahead and hide it.
Cool. I talk to you, I get whatever I get from you. Like, if we sit down,
all
that's
right,
cool.
as we've seen, when you want to look around you, it's easy to rotate the camera.
Whatever. No, I'm cool with
But you can also move it freely in a cockpit to get a better view of anything you want to see. Even through a window to look outside.
Why hasn't he done it if this is the hardest part? He went and did Charlemagne shit. He went Breakfast Club. Breakfast Club don't support him.
Yeah, but he's not done the breakfast. But see, that's intellectually dishonest. He doesn't rock with the Breakfast Club. Bro, he doesn't rock with none of these guys. He doesn't rock with the Breakfast Club. He don't like Elliot Wilson.
Now, reset the camera to its original position.
Joe had like this interesting, like, hot and cold relationship. I remember one of the last times I was trying to make sure, because Joe my guy. I was trying to explain certain
shit to him. That covers all the main camera functions available in the simulation. Try to familiarize yourself with them a bit more, then reset the camera to its original position whenever you're done.
Trying to throw some weird shit in the ear about me, and I'm not cool with that. All right, okay, I get that. But he don't fuck with nobody else in media.
Great.
And here's my only thing that's a little bit dishonest about that, because the majority of the media, our job as the media is to have these, not only relationship, but these sources. Everybody who has a substantial platform, not one of them have a line to the biggest rapper. That, like, to me, that's why I say to y'all, that association pays me its weight in gold. It's worth its weight in gold. He don't like Charlemagne. He don't like none of these niggas. Everybody, you can't name one guy. Who? Mealy Moore? All right. Let's get Mealy. And again, maybe I also look at just like, for example, I don't know if I can tell this story without saying it. I don't know if it's something. Yeah, I can't say that.
Let's get you familiar with the aircraft, a Cessna 172, and a few commands to navigate it through the skies. In front of you is the yoke.
3 niggas. I champion a lot. We're supposed to do an interview. Do promise me an interview. I'm not pushing you with interviews like that. I just really don't give a fuck. Like, I just, the majority of what I get done is not by just sitting next to a nigga, whatever. I run my mouth, I talk my shit, whatever. Some shit happened really behind the scenes. It actually turned into some legal stuff. I don't want to get too much into it. And the person saw me posting them less and showing them less love.
The yoke is like a steering wheel, more or less.
Yo, bro, I could
turn it left
like
or right to control the ailerons and bank the aircraft into turns.
That we haven't done.
Look at the trailing edge of the wings while turning the yoke to see the effect on the ailerons.
We could do it this week.
Okay.
And nigga, of course I could just like, it's an interview.
Now, the difference between the yoke and a steering
like,
wheel
let's
is
go
you
right
control
now.
or
And I
push
literally
on the
explained
yoke.
to myself, bro, that has nothing to do with it.
This controls the elevator at the back of the aircraft to make it climb or descend.
This is what happened.
Look at the horizontal stabilizer while you pull on the yoke. You can see how it affects the elevator.
And he said, oh shit, oh, I didn't know. I said, oh yeah, well, I've been talking to your label, this and third. Everything is being rectified. Cool. But the dude really thought that like I was like feeling a way about not doing an interview with him, even though he's promised me that we're gonna do it. I don't look at me supporting that artist as you need to do an interview.
Nice.
And if it comes or it doesn't come, pause.
Down at your feet are the rudder pedals.
2 years, I don't care.
They steer the aircraft when you're on the ground. The upper part of the pedals
I don't know
also
if that's
control
how
your
the
brakes.
media works.
In the air, they control the rudder
I do
at
want
the
to
end of the
ask
vertical
the
stabilizer
majority
to
of the
the
media
aircraft.
this question.
This is mostly for small corrections.
Like,
for
y'all have y'all
coordinating
sources
turns
too, a
or
lot of y'all.
compensating for a plane's tendency to pull left during
why does the
takeoffs
biggest
and
artist in
climbs.
the game not
Look at the
fucking
vertical tail while operating the
That's a
pedals to
really
see
good
the
question
effect
to
on the
ask.
rudder.
It's a really good question that half of the listen, I'm the guy who's never
Last
been
but
invited
not least,
to none
the
of these
throttle
rooms
is
y'all
located
claim
near the center of the cockpit. Pushing forward will increase power.
For the
Pulling back will decrease
contemporary
power.
dudes, half of them don't want to.
First, look
I
at the
remember
throttle and
X when
select
he
it.
was alive. God rest the dead.
Keep it selected and push it forward to increase
More
power.
than he hated Satan.
Power is increased.
He was
Now
about
pull
to
it back to
break,
decrease
He
power.
was on probation for some. You guys know.
Power
He
is
couldn't get
decreased.
approval. He was gonna
Now we'll
fly
do
it.
the
This is how
same
upset he
without
was about
focusing on it.
complex.
Deselect
Just like,
the
whatever.
throttle.
He said, "Act. I'm coming everyday struggle. I want to clear this up."
Look
because I
away
hate
from the
acting
throttle
like he hated
and increase
how
power.
shit was. Here's my thing. I've told
Set
y'all
your
before.
throttle to idle.
Y'all gotta come up with your own explanations. For somebody who sits here and cusses out artists all day, why do some of these artists fuck with me and they don't fuck with you? And I don't do anything or say anything about an artist for an interview. I don't give a fuck. I have 4 pieces of content with YoungBoy. Not one
Excellent.
came out, and I'm cool with it.
When the
I
engine
just
is
snaked
on,
them 50
you'll be
times,
able to
just
see the
dropped
power
everything.
change on your RPM
You know
indicator.
what I'm saying? Like, no.
You will find it on your PFD screen in the top left corner.
You know what I mean? And for me, that's important.
This tells
but
you how
that's
fast
just
the engine is
my way
spinning
of how I keep
in
it.
hundreds of
You know what I'm
revolutions
saying?
per minute. Next, take a look at your current speed
I
on the
remember
airspeed
saying
indicator.
publicly
It's
when it
on the
came to
left on your
Drake
PFD
situation, I
screen.
said Elliot had 4 interviews with him. Elliot's an elderly, is an older statesman.
It
when
memours
comes to
the
me.
speed in knots.
I could see if Drake is
To
gonna
check
do a
your
big
altitude,
interview,
look to the altimeter.
Be like,
It's
yo,
on the right on your PFD
kinda have a
screen.
thing. I'm gonna do Elliot. Maybe I get around to you. Never asked ever. No, Drake can't ever ask him.
Not all aircraft have integrated screens with
You
all
don't
this
think I've ever asked
information.
Drake? I said,
a lot of them rely
yo,
on analog instruments.
Other for tickets.
You can find the analog
said,
versions of the airspeed
I know your
indicator
album's
and the
about to come
altimeter just
out.
above the throttle.
Just give me the heads up
They are respectively on the left and
before
right.
that I know. You like just let me know because I do the streaming stuff, blah blah blah. That helps me.
The analog altimeter has 3 hands similar to a clock.
It's voluntary. Anything else is
the long, thick pointer indicates 100-foot intervals. The short, thick one is 1,000-foot intervals, and the long, thin one counts 10,000-foot intervals.
A lot of these associations.
That's all for today. Next time, we'll see how it feels in the air.
Or feel a certain type of way because they all felt like he promised them interviews and they don't like it, or they have said things that are probably to him dishonest or whatever because they feel like he's done whatever to them. Do I think that Drake, probably in hindsight at this point, be like, oh shit, this nigga Axe supports me not only really as a fan, dude's a big platform. Yeah. Do I think I need to get paid? Unlike these other niggas, the only payment I get is from every rapper's label and from the hard work I put in. I think that's good enough for me. Also, I always told people this thing because they never believed me. Like, they used to say the same thing. And I always say, why am I number one, but y'all keep questioning me on my strategies?
I've drawn 3 lines on the windshield.
Everybody always say, man,
notice how the middle line matches the horizon while we're flying level? This is the cruise attitude.
Exchange money with each other. Ever.
The lower dotted line is the climb attitude, and the upper one is the descent attitude.
And I always looked at those people.
Let's dig deeper into what that means. Pull back gently on the yoke until the climb attitude line matches the horizon. Then maintain that attitude.
And making him the most or one of the most relevant people in the years when he was effective makes every label came to me with a blank check and said, academics, we want you to go on vacation with this guy.
You can't avoid basic physics while making a climb.
Write your price. I didn't need $1 from 6ix9ine. I got it from everybody else.
Excellent.
6ix9ine's my guy. Thank you, 6ix9ine. That's your alley-oop to me. And by the way, I probably threw my alley-oop too.
Keep working on it.
Because his label re-up and gave him $13 million.
Now,
that's what I don't know about business. So when I be hearing some of this stuff, I'm like,
go ahead and gently pull back on the yoke.
I've never said I want to be friends with Drake. I've always said I know Drake. I like
our
Drake.
Speed is increasing and our altitude is stable.
And even though I communicate
when the climb attitude line matches the horizon, maintain that attitude.
Drake, like we're not in Turks.
That's good.
Having freak up? What the fuck? No.
That's okay.
I think I'm pretty honest and fair.
Push gently on the yoke until the descent attitude line matches the horizon. Then maintain that attitude.
Word to the wise. You gain a lot more.
Go ahead and gently pull back on the yoke.
Part of it's ironic
as
that
expected,
they finally
with a
just give me the
nose-down
number one
attitude,
media person.
our altitude is decreasing while our speed is picking up. When the climb attitude line matches the horizon, maintain that attitude. Great.
And as long as the next rapper that come along,
that's good.
I'm either his best friend or
keep working on it. You'll get better.
As long as we don't ignore each other.
Okay. Bring
that's
us
what I
back
like
to level flight.
Either I hate you, you hate me, or we cool.
Go ahead and gently pull back on the yoke.
I live.
They just be making jokes and shit and all that.
Now your speed is decreasing and your altitude is stable.
Pushing the narrative for him.
When the climb
this is the same thing we talking about. Y'all shouldn't be going hard for
maintain that attitude.
That don't have no implications.
But that's just not Drake. That's
nice.
In general. I see that just happen.
That's good. That's okay.
Pom-poms from niggas. They ain't never
try to make only small adjustments to your pitch to avoid overcorrection.
I'll also, again, I'm trying to be very transparent. Even though I think people are saying this, no matter, I can't say anything to them for them to feel happy. Right? Put it like this. The moment's gonna come that, that me and Drake do something, pause, some content or whatever. And you know what they're gonna say? Yo, bro, he waited until he really needed you, or like he really fell off now. That's why you can never please people, right?
I don't know how could a nigga like you
now. I was gonna give them some credit for saying this. I do believe, and they're right to a certain extent with kind of analyzing Drake. Wait, what did he say?
How could a nigga like you?
Yeah, I do blame Drake for fake French. I think part of the reason people keep thinking that Drake owes me something is because of how many fake friends Drake has had. And they feel like, yo, if he's done or he's hung out in a very fake way with a lot of fake niggas, How are you genuinely fucking with him or supporting him, but we're not seeing that? And I think that's their optics. And I'll agree
with this lesson,
I think
we're going
Drake
to use a line drawn on the windshield to indicate the crew's attitude.
It looked
I've also added another dotted line to help you bank properly for left
but
turns.
I don't immediately relate it back to me. Like, oh,
Gently move the yoke to the left until the dotted line matches up with the horizon.
You did all that.
Then maintain that bank.
Rick Ross or whoever, and them niggas just start clowning you or whatever. Damn, nigga, I'm over here.
Keep your control action
like
nice
that.
and smooth.
That could be me though.
And the same,
Gently
y'all in
move
the
the
same
yoke to the
business. Y'all
left
could
until the
benefit each
dotted
other.
line matches up with the
But
horizon.
Why not fuck with each
Then
other?
maintain
Now it's
that
different
bank.
if you don't know somebody, right? Who ain't came to the community, you may don't know them.
Right.
So then you can say that, but y'all all the West, right? That's the thing. But I'm like, I fuck with you, but I don't show up here.
Right.
How is that real?
Right.
True.
This is the point of it is you support the people you fuck with. Warren G told me a long time ago, probably about 4 years ago, he said, man, Glasses,
working on
if people
it,
want to
you'll
help
get
you,
better.
if people want to see you win, they'll help you win.
Watch your altitude.
So I don't
it
know how
wasn't
the fuck
constant during
could
the turn.
he be going this hard for a nigga that won't show up
Now,
on the stream,
let's see level
that
back
won't
out.
really benefit him just to be on the opposite end of a bunch of niggas from California that really be on some bullshit.
Right.
That's for sure. Like you really playing
That's good.
with something that people may not forgive.
Remember to maintain altitude
Playing a
while
dangerous
leveling
game,
off.
huh?
Man, this is getting kind of.
For the next step, turning to the right,
Bro,
let's
this
see
whole
how you
shit
do
though,
on
I'm
your
like,
own
damn.
without any
Yeah, man.
markings.
I think it's,
You can see a series
said
of
today,
notches
I hit
representing
King.
10-degree increments on
yeah,
the
I said
attitude
King
indicator
right. I
part
told
of
everybody
the
who was
PFD.
right. They was right. I told King, you right. Bro.
As a
You
general
right.
rule, you always want
He
to
said
keep your
it was gonna be
turns
Ja
under
Rule. I
30
said, no, it
degrees.
ain't.
You said 6 months.
I said, no, it ain't.
You said
I
6
said if
months.
you don't apologize, you'll be gyro.
But
Start banking right until you're lined up with the second notch to the right on the attitude indicator. Then, maintain that 20-degree bank while remaining at the same altitude until I ask you to stop.
I do believe that the things that have kind of came down at the same time. It's like this is really bad time.
That's good.
This is really bad time. And if
Level is back out now.
If I was him, if I was going through this label break, I would have went through it. No. If I was going through this label negotiation, I would have went through it with
Great.
silence. Because
Small corrections
sometimes
on the yoke will lead to more accurate turns.
if you're quiet enough, people be like, damn, I wonder what he's planning. I feel like a lot of people are looking at Drake to be like, oh no, we see him shooting. We just don't know if he's shooting blanks. And that's where they're coming with this Ja Rule aspect. But here's the thing. Dropping right now is futile anyway. His label's not fucking with him. Drake's own label ain't fucking with him. So anything he drops is going to be completely diminished. It's not going to be regular high-powered Drake.
But this is why.
So you should have chilled out. Yo, listen, you're not going to defeat these labels, right? And even if you have this private dispute with them, whenever you figure it out, you come back. And maybe that's what he intended, and this was only a preemptive move to kind of, not really scare them, but kind of like, yo, because I think he's been trying to really tease like, yo, I'll leave. I'll leave. But now it's you'd have to fix the situation.
6 months and nobody was gonna care.
Listen, this is why. He's
Let's talk
doing
about the
cornball
trouble.
shit. He keeps doing cornball
If you have the
shit,
need
and
for
then
speed,
Doc keep doing
then the
cool
throttle's
shit.
for you.
Yeah.
So it just
Full
makes the
control
cornball
over
shit
the
look
power
even
output
more
of the engine.
Yeah,
cornballish.
just out cooling this nigga at this point.
Even crazy.
Cessna
Doc is in the
172.
videos
That
nonchalant.
relates directly to
It's
the
chilling.
RPM
He's chilling.
displayed
Because this
on the
is really
tachometer
him at
on the
peace.
PFD.
This is not him
This-
projecting
Pull back on
who
the
he
throttle
wants
to
to be,
reduce
who he
RPM
wants
to
y'all to see
1800.
him as. This is him just being a nigga that it took him to become a big homie for him to realize embracing this culture is everything. And now you can move it how you want. You can do
And-
whatever you want.
Fire.
And the fact that we were talking about this earlier, after 12 years, it hits you. Like, niggas don't get a chance to stand around 12 years, then do this.
Right.
Niggas usually got to do this to get cracking.
Right.
Like,
But that's because we all had to go through the street.
oh, for sure.
He went through the blogs.
yeah.
Right.
He didn't have to
Yeah,
come
yeah.
through. We didn't have to approve of his music to represent us like how our journey is a little different. He came just a little after, And college kids kind of start dictating the journey at that point.
Right.
Bloggers.
Right. It's crazy how comfortable he is. He looks now.
It's crazy.
All right, man. Well, interestingly enough, Kendrick let me hear this.
That the average MC ain't thinking about writing. And
I can tell. Niggas is gonna act like this is the best thing since Cook Crack, huh? All right. Anyway, so on the project, Kendrick Lamar seemingly threw a jab at Lil Wayne. Okay? And if you guys were tapped in, you know, some people were arguing, is it a jab or is it not a jab, or this and third? But it was very clear and apparent when he said, can we play it?
You put your plane in a dangerous situation. Pull back on the throttle to reduce RPM to 1800.
Proud irony. I think my hard work let Lil Wayne down. Okay? And this is Wayne responding, which, you know, a lot of people are saying, yo, bro, did you diss Wayne? But it apparently looked like Wayne responded. Fine. So Wayne said, man, what the fuck I do? I just be chilling and they still come in my head. Let's not take kindness for weakness. Let this giant sleep, I beg you all. No one wants destruction, not even me. But I shall destroy if disturbed. On me. Love. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think nobody read this shit and didn't laugh afterwards. Yo, Wayne, stop. I love you, Wayne, but stop. Yo, Wayne, you're not even like a diss rapper like that, bro. Like, does Wayne have like a crazy... bro, stop. Bro. Yo, we've seen one... Wayne, stop. The reason why I'm telling Wayne to stop it, because this would look like Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul. Like, with all due respect. Like, Wayne, we love you. But go back to the Wayne who said he didn't know that thought 21 Savage was multiple people. Okay? The person who was out of touch, who said he didn't know what a Kodak Black was. Right? The person who basically didn't know what a Lil Uzi Vert was. And basically said you were so out of touch, you didn't know what was current. Right? Go back to that person. But I love you, Wayne. But truth be told, Wayne is one of those artists that, and I hate to say it, y'all gonna take what I'm saying and y'all gonna think it's disrespect, but Wayne's legacy in hip-hop has aged the worst, by far. And I don't know if it's because he operated and so much of his great material are on these mixtapes that are over other people's beats, and they came and lived with the live mixtapes and the Dat Piffs and all of this Spinrillas. And since those outlets have kind of like gone away, I just seen that Piff say that they're gonna upload all their shit to like Archive. That Piff, Archive. That they said they're gonna upload all their stuff to Archive, and yeah, the Transfer is one of the largest rap collections there. But I'm gonna be honest with you, I really believe that Wayne's, and maybe it's his drug use, and I hate bringing that into it because we're very sensitive about Wayne's health, but I think Wayne's legacy is one of the most disrespected. I think Wayne's legacy, and I hate to say, y'all gonna call me a hater, I think it's one of the most disrespected and probably the one that has aged the worst. And I'm gonna tell you a couple of the reasons I believe. I just told you some of the reasons in terms of the mixtapes, right?
500.
Another reason I believe is that with everybody who really who really went to another level, right? Everyone, you gotta have to be in Wayne's spot or a Jay spot, or you have to, you know, and I'm gonna have to think about DMX, because he's gonna, some of the things I'm gonna say gonna fit into it as well. I think also because Wayne didn't also become the boss that I think it was almost intended for him to be. But it's so crazy how but I don't know.
You put your plane in a dangerous situation. Pull back on the throttle to reduce RPM to 1800.
Young Thug. They were talking about his influence. But it was not only his influence, I think they were talking about his catalog, his current relevancy, but the people he's brought into the game and introduced. And I don't think people look at Wayne like that, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. Wayne is like the forgotten GOAT. He's literally like Kobe. Like, people just compare, you know, with all due respect to Kobe, right? And God rest his soul. People just compare LeBron straight to Mike. They just kind of skip over Kobe at a point. I honestly feel like Lil Wayne's legacy is one of the most disrespected. And I do think it's aged incredibly poorly. I seen a video, and this is when I realized, I said, Wayne's legacy is one of the most disrespected. When they posted Wayne's Amazon performance and everybody clowned it, saying, this is the nigga y'all want to headline the Super Bowl, it really dawned on me then, everything we thought that was so dope about Wayne back in the day, everybody now looks at it now as some clown shit. So Wayne had announced that the Super Bowl performance was gonna be he says, all right, he was gonna do Amazon Music, right? This is after this, right?
So I'm going to pull back on mixture, and as you see, the EGT is rising as I pull back, which means I'm burning more efficient than before. And the cylinder head temperature, as you see, it's also increasing as well. Stop from there. It's pretty warm, right? Let me just zoom in. Somewhere around 2300, so just a tiny bit more, but I'm gonna, keep it a little bit more.
I'm gonna try to fall back. That hurt a lot. You know what I'm talking about? It hurt a whole lot. I blame myself for not being mentally prepared for a letdown, and for just automatically mentally putting myself in that position, like somebody told me that was my position. So I blame myself for that, but I thought that was nothing, I thought that was nothing better than that spot and that stage and that.
Okay. Anyway, there was a bunch of people like quoting or like showing a bunch of Wayne performances, and they were like, yo, so y'all really telling me this is what y'all want to see the Super Bowl? By the way, I think this was a concert. He did speak on it. Hold on.
And,
here we go.
During my lifetime, the first Super Bowl was here, I made sure I bought tickets at the beginning of the season. And I did the same when I moved to Miami, and I was wishing my team make it, and guess who made it that year? The motherfucking Saints. I was able to give my mama that suite. She was able to bring my family and other people from New Orleans, and they had a fucking ball. That moment I said to myself, I want to be on stage for the Super Bowl one day in front of my mom. And I worked my ass off to get that fucking position, and it was ripped away from me. But this motherfucking moment right here, they can't take that, man. They can't take that from me. Ladies and gentlemen.
Anyway,
look how your speed and altitude are also decreasing.
Like this. They said, this is a nigga y'all wanted. Listen to this.
Excellent. Okay, let's throttle back up to 2,400 RPM.
Let's go!
the throttle to reach 2,400 RPM.
Wayne, but for whatever reason, I've never seen. Yo, I reminisce back to the 2008 era, the 2006.
Your speed is increasing now.
Man, Wayne,
as long as you maintain the same attitude, your altitude will keep climbing as well.
And like now, when I think people talk about his legacy,
keep working on it. You'll get better. I think a bit more practice may be a good idea.
I don't even know what I was talking about before I got to there. Oh, yeah. So he said, what the fuck I do? Yeah, I guess I was saying, with all due respect, man. With all due respect. Lil Wayne, I do not want to see Lil Wayne rap at Kendrick. No. I've seen Tyson versus Jake Paul this year, and I'm good. Let me see if I can find that clip. Anyway. Yeah, I don't want to see it, bro. Oh, another reason, I think it's because, Wayne, Wayne never transcended like I think a lot of people thought he was going to be. I think people look at that arc of Jay and how Jay became a boss, and I know he's an enigma, but it felt like Wayne was always, even still, he's just a rapper. And I think that kind of devalues his dominance. It devalues his run in the game. It devalues his influence. And yes, I get it. We do know Nicki and Drake, who are subsidiaries of his label, are running around. But it feels like, I don't know, his legacy just doesn't get all of that. Obviously when we talk about it, we give it to him, but the mere fact that, here's the point, the mere fact that motherfucking Kendrick Lamar even felt confident enough to say that, should tell you. Unless Kendrick's just feeling something. I kind of think Kung Fu is starting to feel himself a lot. And they even call out Snoop. Kung Fu Kenny's starting to feel himself a lot. I'll tell you one person you won't call out, that's Jay. But they're playing for the same team. Allegedly. All right. Did y'all see this shit, chat? This guy Khalid.
Then again,
let's see if we can go back to the origin, okay? So some random dude came out and said, "Bitch ass nigga lied." Said I broke into his house because I didn't want him. So the whole time niggas like, "What the fuck? What do you mean you didn't want him?"
The art of
Khalid is gay. Then he answered by saying, he basically said, he basically admitted that he was gay. A lot of people said what I said, I thought he already made the announcement. I had no idea anyone thought he was straight. Anyway,
maneuvering a plane through the air isn't a mystery to you anymore.
And the world still continues to turn.
Now it's time to test the skills you've learned.
I'm not
As you
ashamed of
can
my
see,
sexuality.
we're cruising at 6,000
business.
feet
But I am
on
okay
a north
with
heading
being
of 360 degrees.
He's pride, gay. There y'all go.
Start by
Next
descending
topic,
to
please.
5,500 feet while
Then I
maintaining
guess
a northerly
Then I-
heading.
I'm-
speak on it. Hear this.
I'm honestly just trying to watch my tone right now, but that dude and I dated 4 to 5 years ago, y'all. The last time that I talked to this guy was 4 years.
When you feel ready, start descending. While descending, reduce throttle to avoid overspeed. If your speed is in the yellow section of the airspeed indicator, it means you are overspeeding. Reduce throttle to idle and pull gently on the yoke to slow down. You put your plane in a dangerous situation. Start by descending to 5,500 feet while maintaining a northerly heading. While descending, reduce throttle to avoid overspeed. If your speed is in the yellow section of the airspeed indicator, it means you are overspeeding. Reduce throttle to idle and pull gently on the yoke to slow down. You put your plane in a dangerous situation. Start by descending to 5,500 feet while maintaining a northerly heading. While descending, reduce throttle to avoid overspeed. While descending, reduce throttle to avoid overspeed. Right. Now, climb to 6,000 feet and turn to a south heading. On the Cessna 172, you need full power to climb effectively. Nice. The turn was good, but try to climb faster in the future. All right, next exercise. Maintain your heading of 180 degrees, stay at 6,000 feet, and adjust your airspeed to 80 knots. and reduce your speed.
Stall.
Go ahead and reduce your speed. That's good. Your speed was well managed, but your altitude needs to be more accurate. You did well, but you can do better. Hello. Today we're going to go over all the steps that precede turning on your engine. Those steps are essential to ensure your aircraft's integrity and that everything is in order for a smooth and seamless flight. First of all, stretch your legs a bit and take a look at your aircraft and your surroundings. We never took much time to look at our aircraft from the outside, so take your time if you want to inspect it. You might have noticed some extra bits on your aircraft. These are the covers and chocks. Covers are installed when the plane is not in use and are meant to avoid damaging its sensitive parts. Chocks are there to immobilize the aircraft. You'll need to remove them before takeoff. And we're done for the outside. Now that we're sure your aircraft is functional and ready to taxi, let's check the inside. Let's get to the matter at hand. You've been given an EFB, also referred to as an electronic flight bag. It's a tablet that stores critical flight information and is the ideal tool to prepare your flight plans and enhance your piloting experience. Open it and take a look. Feel free to follow a quick guided tour of its features. The EFB features an interactive map, a flight plan editor, aircraft and current flight information, a nav log as well as fuel and payload options. The Yeffi has plenty to offer, but if you want to get directly into the action, you can turn it off after you finish the quick tour. It seems like we're all clear on the checklist. Now start this pretty bird up. Now that we've covered all the preparations, let's get to the good stuff, shall we? Let's take a moment to talk about taxiing. Taxiing refers to moving the aircraft on the ground under its own power. In particular, getting from the ramp out to the hold short point on the edge of the runway. Steering on the ground is managed through the rudder pedals. That's right, unlike driving a car, we turn by using our feet. Okay, ready? With the throttle idle, release your parking brake. Okay. Now, gently increase throttle to get the aircraft moving. Add power to start taxiing. Go easy on your throttle. Use your rudder pedal to turn left and enter the taxiway. Increase throttle to gain forward momentum and then reduce RPM accordingly to match a fast walking speed while taxiing. Now, test the brakes. Good. Brakes checked. Taxi to the next exit, then come to a stop. Remember to control your speed with throttle and brakes. See the crossing in front of us. Stop before it, as if traffic was coming off the runway. Unfortunately, one of your wheels crossed out of the taxiway. Taxi to the next exit, then come to a stop. Remember to control your speed with throttle and brakes. See the crossing in front of us. Stop before it, as if traffic was coming off the runway. Taxi to holding point Alpha 1 next. It's at the far end of the airport, near the head of runway 21. Stay as close as possible to the taxiway center, marked by the yellow line, and watch your speed. Watch your speed. Watch your speed. Watch your speed. After the right turn, come to a stop before the hold short point, in prep for takeoff. That was good taxiing. The next challenge will be to keep the aircraft under control while at full throttle for takeoff.
Yo, that's funny as fuck.
Hold on, Rick.
Some of these songs are not, and this is what I'm talking about. Just because y'all dick writing the shit out the album don't make it better.
Dick writing is
There's an old saying I like, a mile of road will take you a mile. A mile of runway will take you anywhere. Taking off isn't hard, but there are a few key points to remember. First, we always take off into the wind, which won't be an issue on a calm day like today. Second, before we enter a runway, we always make sure it's clear. Check to the right to see if a vehicle is on the runway. And to the left to make sure no other planes are approaching. Runway numbers are not arbitrary. Each number matches the first two number of the runway's compass bearing, rounded to the nearest 10 degrees. For example, a runway orientated towards the north would be numbered 36, which is 360 degrees on a compass. Everything looks good, no cross traffic. Go ahead and taxi into position. Now slowly taxi onto the runway and align the plane with the center line. Then stop your plane just after the number 21. Keep working on it, you'll get better. All right, let's do this. Apply full power, and I'll walk you through the takeoff as we go. Use your rudder to stay on the center line, and keep pushing power until you reach 55 knots. Pull back on the yoke. And we're airborne. Line up the top of your instrument panel so it's a couple of inches above the horizon. That'll pitch us up and set a good climb altitude. Maintain 75 knots, and we'll reach our target altitude of 5,500 feet in no time. Focus on flying straight. Use your rudders to remove the left yaw plane as when climbing. You can see your current yaw input by looking at the MFD's slip skid indicator. Maintain 75 knots and climb to 5,500 feet. Maintain 75 knots and climb to 5,500 feet. All right, let's do this. Apply full power, and I'll walk you through the takeoff as we go. Use your rudder to stay on the center line, and keep pushing power until you reach 55 knots. Good. Now, gently pull back on the yoke. And we're airborne. Line up the top of your instrument panel so it's a couple of inches above the horizon. That'll pitch us up and set a good climb attitude.
Don't sink.
Maintain 75 knots and we'll reach our target altitude of 5,500 feet in no time. Focus on flying straight. Use your rudders to remove the left yaw plane as when climbing. You can see your current yaw input by looking at the MFD's slip skid indicator.
Don't sink, don't sink, don't sink, don't sink. Stall.
Maintain 75 knots and climb to 5,500 feet. Maintain 75 knots and climb to 5,500 feet. All right, let's do this. Apply full power, and I'll walk you through the takeoff as we go. Use your rudder to stay on the center line, and keep pushing power until you reach 55 knots. airborne.
Don't sink, don't sink.
Line up the top of your instrument panel so it's a couple of inches above the horizon. That'll pitch us up and set a good climb attitude. Maintain 75 knots, and we'll reach our target altitude of 5,500 feet in no time. Focus on flying straight. Use your rudders to remove the left yaw plane as when climbing. You can see your current yaw input by looking at the MFD's slip skid indicator. Maintain 75 knots and climb to 5,500 feet. All right, let's do this. Apply full power, and I'll walk you through the takeoff as we go. Use your rudder to stay on the center line, and keep pushing power until you reach 55 knots. Gently pull back on the yoke. And we're airborne. Line up the top of your instrument panel so it's a couple of inches above the horizon. That'll pitch us up and set a good climb attitude. Maintain 75 knots, and we'll reach our target altitude of 5,500 feet in no time. Focus on flying straight. Use your rudders to remove the left yaw plane as when climbing. You can see your current yaw input by looking at the MFD's slip skid indicator. Maintain 75 knots and climb to 5,500 feet. Okay, 5,500 feet. You've reached your target altitude. Good job. For this landing exercise, I want you to focus on the yoke only. We're close enough to the runway to land safely without adding any throttle. Maintain a speed of around 65 knots. Pitch down if you're going too slow. Pitch up if you're too fast. Keep your airspeed at 65 knots. When you're 10 feet above the runway, it's time to flare. To flare means to raise the nose of the aircraft to slow your descent for a softer landing, but without ever leveling off or climbing. The main landing gear will touch down before the nose wheel does. We're coming up on flare height. Resist the temptation to pull back. Now, focus on the end of the runway and pull back slightly on the yoke to aim the nose just above it. Nice. Now, apply the brakes progressively to slow us down and bring the plane to a stop. Use rudder pedals to stay on the center line. Well done, but there's room for improvement. Keep in mind that approaching the runway at the right speed is key to a good landing. In the first part of this landing exercise, I want you to stay on the glide path by using the throttle. You can make small corrections with the yoke to stay aligned with the runway. Smooth action on the throttle is key for remaining on the correct glide path. If you find yourself too high, reduce your power. If you're too low, increase it. Remember though, always make soft corrections. You don't want to overcompensate. Now you can use the elevator to land. Reduce throttle to idle. Now, focus on the end of the runway and pull back slightly on the yoke to aim the nose just above it. Nice. Now, apply the brakes to slow us down and bring the plane to a stop. You did well, but you can do better. Resist the temptation to pull back when above the flare height. My first instructor used to say, the best part of flying is landing in one piece. Today, you're in charge of bringing us in for a safe landing. And I've already set us up in landing configuration at 65 knots with 20 degrees of flaps. Keep your aim point on the runway threshold. When you're 10 feet above the runway, it's time to flare. Reduce throttle to idle. Now, focus on the end of the runway and my first instructor used to say, the best part of flying is landing in one piece. Today, you're in charge of bringing us in for a safe landing. And I've already set us up in landing configuration at 65 knots with 20 degrees of flaps. Keep your aim point on the runway threshold. When you're 10 feet above the runway, it's time to flare. Reduce throttle to idle. Now, focus on the end of the runway and pull back slightly on the yoke to aim the nose just above it. Nice. Now, apply the brakes progressively to slow us down and bring the plane to a stop. Use rudder pedals to stay on the center line. You did well, but you can do better. Keep in mind that approaching the runway at the right speed is key to a good landing. Okay, we're currently flying on the downwind leg, at the standard traffic pattern altitude of 6,000 feet. It's a flight path parallel to the landing runway, but in the opposite direction. In downwind, you want to start preparing for landing. That means setting your speed and flaps configuration. We are passing the end of the runway, so go ahead and reduce RPM to 1700. It will help you to slow you down to 80 knots and begin your descent. The flaps provide extra lift at the expense of additional drag. This extra lift allows flying at a lower airspeed. Flaps allow for smoother and shorter landings. Go ahead and extend 10 degrees of flaps, all while maintaining current speed. We will turn to the base leg when the end of the runway is at a 45-degree angle behind us. Turn left onto the base leg. Try to keep our speed around 75 knots. Keep an eye on the runway as we get ready for our final turn. Turn left onto final. Make your left turn onto final. Keep a stabilized approach with 65 knots airspeed and prepare for landing. Use throttle and flaps as required to adjust the glide slope.
Stall. 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 Stall.
Apply the brakes and stop the plane. Keep a stabilized approach with 65 knots airspeed and prepare for landing. Use throttle and flaps as required to adjust the glide slope.
Don't sink, don't sink, don't sink. don't sink, don't sink, don't sink,
500.
don't sink, 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 don't sink.
Stall. Stall. Stall.
Apply the brakes and stop the plane. You followed the traffic pattern well. Good job. It's time. Your first solo flight. I'll be watching from the ground, in radio contact if you need me, but something tells me you won't. Your goal is to complete Sedona's left-hand traffic pattern on your own. Remember everything we covered in our previous sessions, and you'll be just fine. Good luck. See you on the other side.
500.
You did well, but you can do better. You're on your way to becoming one hell of a pilot. It's time. Your first ever check ride. Start by removing the covers and chocks, then join me inside.
Track What Would Pluto Do was paying homage to Future. As the chorus reads, what would
I'm not allowed to reveal the secrets of Jameson Black Barrel. Its carefully chosen select batch Irish whiskies, or its exquisite notes of toasted oak, caramel, and vanilla spice. It's the greatest whiskey I ever drank.
Tour stop in Miami, and along with then posting this picture of herself in March backstage at Future and Metro's Rolling Loud performance, while also wearing Future's merch, Just Tokyo has been linked to Future romantically for years. And to support this theory deeper came this bar in Drake's first diss response push-ups, rapping, "I'm out in Tokyo because I'm big in Japan." Again, what initially seems like on the surface a pretty basic bar, after claims of Just Tokyo being the one behind their split, fans connected the dots.
I'm the only Japanese in the family, so I guess I don't know.
Literally stating he is big in Japan, it is assumed Drake was hinting that he slept with the same girl as Future. Not to mention, Japan is actually Drake's worst market commercially, and he has never performed there ever in his career.
I've never been to Italy, never been to Tokyo.
Continuing on with Drizzy Chip and Dale, probably got your bitch a no. Chip and Dale are two cartoon chipmunks who are known for outsmarting Pluto the dog, which not only do we know that Pluto is Future's nickname, but the very next day after posting at Drake's concert came this post from Just Tokyo, showing off her new Chanel shoes, thus leading us to believe this bar is yet another subliminal diss at Future.
Drake's a little sloppy with it, where like, yo, all these guys, they share like the same crop of girls, but it's like, yo, these are like the community chicks that we all bang, and yo, you're doing certain shit.
But whether or not Just Tokyo or any other girl is actually the reason behind their recent drama, Drake had a few more disses in store for his old friend. I could never be nobody #1 fan. Drake raps on push-ups responding to Future, your first #1, I had to put it in your hand. Along with again bragging that Future needed his help in order to get his first #1 hit, also came these lyrics in Drake's other diss track, Family Matters. Pluto Make me sick to my stomach, we ain't never really been through it. Drake claimed their split made him sick. It was these next bars that reveal a big reason why. Leland Wayne, he a f***ing lame, so I know he had to be an influence. These dudes had a plan and they finally found a way to rope you into it. 2 separate albums dissing, both Future and Metro's We Don't Trust You and their sequel 3 weeks later. I just did the Kim to it, man, skim through it. Leland Wayne is Metro Boomin's real government name, who Drake claims was the one who roped Future into joining this beef. And as it turns out, Metro Boomin is arguably the one most responsible for the split of Drake and Future. But what exactly went down? Metro Shut Your Ho Ass Up and Make Some Drums may honestly have been the most disrespectful way for Drake to diss Metro Boomin. And while that's exactly what Metro did, then producing the comical BBL Drizzy beat, the truth is, Drake and Metro Boomin's beef dates back to 2022. As another great previous duo we'll likely never hear again, collaborating multiple times through the years, tensions began 2 years ago when Drake and Metro hit the studio to play some beats.
I was just in the studio with Drake one time, because we were going to do some stuff for my album, and he just wanted to hear some songs from my album. Then he heard that one and really wanted to get on it.
After hearing Metro's song Trance off his upcoming album, Drake immediately wanted to do a verse on it. However, despite as tempting as it may be, Metro Boomin made a decision that very few rappers or producers in the world would ever make.
I was letting him know that he was really just done for real, and I was really just set on. He did some stuff, a couple parts was cool, but like I just felt like Slime verse and Trav verse and the outro, it was just already like, it just really wasn't no room.
Metro Boomin decided to remove Drake's verse from his album Heroes and Villains, and many fans correctly suspected there was a deeper reason. Shortly after the release of Metro's album in December of 2022, the unreleased Drake version of Trance would suspiciously hit the internet. It's widely believed this was Drake and his team getting back at Metro for cutting his verse, who clearly did not like this and retaliated in the most Metro Boomin way possible. If you can't tell by now, Metro is also a very petty dude. And after Drake's version of Trance would leak, Metro himself then leaked the original version of Drake's Knife Talk.
I had that song. That song was supposed to go on Savage Mode too.
Yeah.
I sent him that song like 2 days before the album came out.
Really?
Swear to God. He did his verse the day before the album came out. He did his verse.
Knife Talk was originally just a 21 in Metro track meant for Savage Mode 2. And as a way to try and get back at him, the version that Metro
Scratch, scratch away this holiday. Give one to Drew and the mailman too. Give one to Matt, come on, you watch the cat. And I'll give one to your friend Carol. She had a bad breakup with Daryl. Give one to Pam, she gave you ham. Scratch, scratch away this holiday.
Yet Her Loss still keeps winning Rap Album of the Year over Heroes and Villains. Proof that award shows are just politics and not for me. The true award and reward is knowing that the music I spent so much time on brings joy to people's everyday lives. While this post is extra interesting considering the seemingly great relationship too between Metro and 21 Savage, who is obviously the other artist on Her Loss and who basically came up with Metro Boomin, but it's also likely that Metro had worked hard on What a Time to Be Alive too, and similar to the rumors about Future, it's possible Metro also feels slighted by Drake for ditching their project for Her Loss, since again, What a Time to Be Alive 2 was said to be already in the works back in 2019.
That too. It's already cooked. Top secret.
Yeah. That's not what it is.
Not better. Top secret.
But regardless of the reasoning behind Metro Boomin's salty tweets, he would then respond to a fan asking if his beef with Drake is serious, to which Metro replied, "It's not deep at all, LMAO." However, after unfollowing Metro Boomin on Instagram and going on to call him out on this Kick livestream, it's safe to say Drake did not feel the same way.
And to the rest of you, the non-believers, the underachievers, the tweet and deleters, you guys make me sick to my stomachs, fam. Honestly, if you guys want to look in my eyes, you guys want to do something? You guys... That's what I thought. No, that's what I thought.
But again, to confirm Metro and basically the entire rest of the rap industry's beef with Drake came his collab album with Future in March. And although neither of them are yet to directly state the reason for their beef, to sum it up, it seems like everybody was picking sides and Future chose Metro Boomin's who he's worked with for longer. Not to mention
Okay, alright. Yeah, we don't know. Anyway, have y'all seen this? So apparently there's some Easter eggs in the Squabble Up video for K-Dot. Here's a few of them. Apparently they're saying the rap nerd, this is what this guy's saying. He says the film Rap Nerd in Me caught the reference immediately. So Squabble Up.
Your goal is to complete a left-hand traffic pattern, respecting the flight path and all required speeds. Rely on what you have learned in your trainings and you'll be fine. Now show me the best traffic pattern that you've got.
Like he's paid homage to them. Set.
06 Charlie Traffic Cessna November 5277 tree is taxiing to runway 29er.
Then they said, don't hit him. He got kids with him. My apologies. It's a Kendrick Lamar Menace to Society reference in Squabble Up. Oh, that's from Kane's death.
Look, nobody.
All right.
I just bought you a new big boy. You still gonna hit me, right? Just gonna crash into me, huh? Kane. Thought you was gonna help out my brother.
You lazy. L-A-Z-Y, lazy.
Then they said the two flags in the design, David Hammett, untitled, African American flag, 1990 hang from the walls in Kendrick Squabble Up. They replaced the colors.
06 Charlie Traffic Cessna November 5277 tree taking off runway 29er left closed traffic. Charlie Traffic Cessna November 5277 tree 2 miles, south 2,000 feet inbound to land runway 29er.
Teach your man how to squabble. Get that trigger next time, nigga.
I like the Easter eggs that kid. I like it. I think it brings back the essence of watching a video and knowing that there's intention behind it, other than just showing random images of them flexing or showing off. So I'll definitely
06 Charlie Traffic Cessna November 5277 tree is on final runway. 29er to land.
I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm finna call it, man. I think this was the Drake and Kendrick stream, or actually the Drake lawsuits. We'll come back tomorrow and do the rest of the GNX breakdown. We're gonna have official first week sales tomorrow. I'll tweet them out in the morning. So when I get up, I'll be tweeting out his current first week projections. We gotta wait for the Spotify numbers to come in tomorrow, and also whatever the meter report on Apple does, that we can get like a good accurate realm of what he's gonna do. Anyway, Jack, I'm sorry I didn't cover too many topics. I know we only kept it to one, but it was a pretty interesting topic if you ask me. I think the music industry is gonna be shaken up by what's gonna happen no matter what. Essentially, we have the biggest artist in the game soon as labeled. This is a very integral portion of time because we've seen this before. A lot of people believe that the reign of 50 Cent got ended because he went at Jimmy Iovine. Jimmy Iovine used to run Interscope. When you go at your boss.
06 Charlie Traffic Cessna November 5277 tree is taxiing to parking.
These guys are who they are. You go with Lucien Reigns. Lucien Reigns, you never see this work. I mean, shit, Kanye going at Def Jam, or, you know, whoever else. So we will see how it turns out, but it clearly, you know, I can't speak to what's in Drake's mind in terms of timing, in terms of why this way, why Fox this, and this might look out I don't know how much it comes out what we have to do as a contract. It's a negotiation tactic. Will they just be like, hey, we're gonna give you whatever money you want? Or maybe they're even salty now and be like, no, now we're definitely not gonna give you. So how does this get resolved? What is this goal? I don't really know. Is it interesting for me as somebody in the media that I get to see information that normally I wouldn't be privy to because we're gonna see it through whatever complaint that eventually gets filed as a lawsuit? Of course. What's gonna happen with the other artists? Should other artists take note of this? Of course they should take note. Because if they're willing to treat Drake a certain way, you gotta think about your own mentality, right? All right, people. I'm going. I did 6 hours. What y'all talking about? I'll be back on tomorrow. I gotta get on a little bit earlier, okay? Chat, do love y'all. I appreciate y'all for watching. I know I didn't stream for like 2 days.
Great job. There's always room for improvement,
Still
right?
trying to get our giving you guys a steady dose of content. All right. Anyway, chat, get off of here. Love y'all. See y'all tomorrow.
Meet Asana, a work management platform that helps companies get more done and save more time. Teams can stay connected while they track updates and visualize timelines. Asana, a smarter way to work. Try it for free today at asana.com.
I used to be going this way trying to go to school and shit. And see all of that early in the morning. Somebody get shot, all kinds of shit.
Jesus Christ is my Lord and Savior. You understand that?
No.
Ain't no devil worshiping over here. Ain't no gate. Ain't no download. Ain't no secret society. Ain't no Illuminati.
Why do you have to denounce
Congratulations on passing your
in
PPL
Satan's
exam.
house?
Hopefully that's
When
the
this
first
is
of many
Satan's
steps
rules.
on your career path.
On Satan's couch, on Satan's mic, on Satan's stage. Huh?
Your PPL
Why
allows
do
you
you
to
have
fly
to say
recreationally and begin to build up your flight hours. First flight missions are a great way to increase your experience.
How you gonna
Let's
cast
go back to headquarters and
demonic
review the
spirits
specializations board to
out
learn
of
more.
a demon's house, out of Satan's house,
As
out
you
of
can see,
Hollywood?
the career journey
How
of
do
a
you
pilot can
cast
take
a
many
spell?
different paths. As I said earlier, your PPL is the first step,
In Satan's
allowing you to
church.
fly recreationally and perform first flight
Huh?
missions, taking people on tours around the local area. As you build
Do
up your
you?
flight hours and earn more certifications, other specializations
Hello?
will become available.
We hear you.
Take a look around, then when you're ready, head to the missions list to see what's available.
Tyrese is sacrificing his friends. Sacrificing who? And if I'm sacrificing my friends, since y'all out here creating your little fancy videos, why my bank account ain't changed? Where's the private plane? Where's the life? Where's the lifestyle? Goofy. That ain't no.
Nigga, your baby mamas is taking you to court for more child support than niggas could dream about paying. Where's the money? Who you fooling?
Dress. It's called a condora. That's what you wear in the Middle East.
Yeah.
It's not a dress. There is no sacrifice. There is no what do you call it? There is no ritual.
On this map, you can see all the missions currently available to you. There's one mission currently available. Select it now.
As a Diddy tape. Literally. So allegedly, whatever that brother is dealing with, whatever reasons he's in jail, whatever the FBI and the law is dealing with, allegedly pertaining to Diddy, I want to tell y'all that I've been to some of the most legendary parties. I got no regrets. I think some of the best parties in LA. And if you're from LA and you've been to these parties, you would know.
Spells.
Diddy always had the most legendary parties that were always
Spells.
star-studded. The biggest and most legendary stars, white, black, Latino, Asian, billionaires, fashion, you name it. Diddy, hands down, from the Hamptons, all the way to LA, all the way to his legendary New Year's parties that he would do in Miami. I got plenty of photos, proudly, like every other celebrity and star that went to his party. Anybody who's not on the internet talking about a Diddy party, you should be more concerned about them. Allegedly about what they did or what they on tape doing. There is no such thing, allegedly, as a Tyrese Diddy tape. That is a bunch of Donald Trump niggas in my comments trying to discourage me from speaking up and speaking out.
This nigga sound like all the Bronx River niggas. All of them Bronx River niggas. And I don't care. All the enemies of Bronx River understand. They're all them Bronx River niggas. 98% of the Bronx River niggas is just like Tyrese. They trying to explain, even though I was on stage with Bambaataa, even though I was in hotels with Bambaataa, even though I was always in Bambaata's house.
Ready for boarding, Jennifer?
Well, no.
What? Spells. Because once niggas break that spell, it's going to be just like that movie Blink Twice. Hold up. You did what to me? Don't never think for a single second. Let me tell you something, right?
This may be just another day at the office for you, Captain, but for everyone here, it's a special occasion. On board, you're taking one of our friends, Ashley, and her son for a nice scenic ride over the region. Everyone comfortable?
Bambaataa stepping down.
Get ready to depart
Y'all
then.
gotta understand something.
Let's go,
The
Captain.
day at that meeting, when he admitted to what he did to me,
06 Charlie
I
traffic
was
Cessna
gonna
November 6
cancel
1816 is taxiing to runway
I was going to
29er.
turn his TV all the way off. But I had to make a choice. Because there was people there that
Thanks
I
for
loved.
taking us aboard. I'm
And I had to
Ashley.
make a decision.
I'm thrilled to fly over Streamwood with
Or
you.
when
This
I
is
was
where our
making
family
my
has lived for
escape.
generations, so it's particularly special for us today.
Whether I should
Nice to
turn
meet
their
you.
TV off
I'm
too.
Justin. I'm hanging out
I
with
was
Ashley
gonna
for this
rock
flight.
this snot
Pretty
box.
exciting.
And I made a decision to forgive. Because I didn't want to be like that song. Kill everybody walking, and kill everybody walking. Nigga, I wasn't playing. I moved on with my life. Until B Stinger came out. So when y'all niggas be sitting up there talking about whatever you talk about, I know in order for me to make it through the pearly gates, I gotta forgive. I ain't want to forgive that nigga for what he did to me. And now, I'm 10 times more worse than then.
Zero-6
Because
Charlie
the
traffic
spell is
Cessna
broken.
November
They can never
6
put me up under that spell
1816,
again.
taking
It's
off
gone.
runway
That
29er, departing
spell
straight
is so
out.
gone. You ever heard an R&B song that was based on a breakup? Like Kerry Hilson, cause you're taking all of my energy. Nigga, this is a breakup song with a Mac 11, my nigga. I will Uzi you. No, I don't want to say Uzi. Uzi. Yeah, Uzi. Y'all the ones with the spells on y'all too. Y'all cool with ASAP Rocky putting a skirt on. Kanye putting a skirt on. Young Thug. Yo, that interview with Young Thug. I hope I said this over in my phone. Like, oh my God. He was lucky I ain't said, oh my God. Later on, I'm gonna get that interview.
We're leaving the ground
I'm gonna
behind.
get it.
What a rush. Back to you.
I've been around a lot of rappers and legal drama, and this is the best one I've ever seen when you understand it. So first, this isn't a lawsuit. It's a petition where Drake is asking the court to require Universal Music Group to give him evidence that he needs to bring a RICO lawsuit and a lawsuit alleging illegal business practices. What he says is, I don't know who the other people were involved with Universal, but under the law, Universal has to tell me who they are so I can sue them for the following. Civil RICO, deceptive business practices. What these people did is they used illegal bots to make it seem like Not Like Us was a lot more popular than it actually was. They cited to an academics interview where academics is on stream talking to some dude, and the dude says, I got paid $5,000 and promised a percent.
Maybe you'll spot your
Not
school
Like
or the
Us.
places where you used to play when you were kids.
You're right.
They just keep coming up.
Exchange for delivering 30 million fake bot streams when Not Like Us first launched, so that
The city
it
of
would seem
Streamwood
more
over there.
popular than it was,
Nice.
and the algorithms would bump
Everything
it up
down below
everywhere.
looks so
What's really
tight.
interesting about Drake's claim is that if you watch the academics interview, academics questions the veracity, the truth of this guy saying, hey bro, are you sure? Like, somebody promised you points for bot streams? There's producers and engineers and people who feature on songs who don't get a percent of the song. And somebody promised you, academics questioned this guy's story. Anyway, Drake's lawyers saw it fit for a filing in a New York State court, and they say, look, this is some evidence of the bots. Then they say that Universal typically takes a cut in order for somebody like Spotify to put a Universal song on Spotify, and that in this case, Universal wanted Not Like Us to be more popular, and so they agreed to take a lower cut, and they gave it to Spotify on the low, cheaper. They paid radio for plays that, hey, Universal Music Group, in order to make Not Like Us artificially popular, paid people in radio. Apparently, they claim that all of this is illegal and that it caused damage to Drake by reducing his popularity, getting him less streams. They argue that streaming is a zero-sum game. Every
I don't want to leave
Not
the
Like Us
seat.
got streamed, it resulted in Drake not getting a stream because you necessarily can't get a stream if everybody's listening to something else on that day. And they have all these other wild allegations in there, including this idea.
Hold up. You can't get a stream if everybody else is listening to everybody.
That's my house.
What?
Oh wow, I see that too. That's
You
awesome.
can't get a stream.
I didn't expect to spot that
If
so
everybody
easily.
else is looking,
I know it
listening to
sounds
somebody
cheesy,
else,
but I'll remember this
everybody
day
don't
with you
listen
for as
to
long
the
as I
same
live.
Music. Stop lying. Stop lying. You got me looking at this nigga sideways. Stop lying.
I didn't imagine such a view. You really got us up close and personal.
Nobody got the same playlist.
Who have loyalty to Kendrick, they also claim that Universal told Drake that, hey, none of this is our problem. Your problems are with Mr. Lamar. You should sue.
Nobody has the same playlist. Everybody is different. Listen to him.
Kendrick Lamar's last name, by the way, is Duckworth. They say your problems are with Mr. Duckworth. You should sue Mr. Duckworth. And
Duckworth. Duckworth comes from the cartoon DuckTales. And I'm pretty sure if you look
What's
at
that
Duckworth
word, Jolt?
and you look at
Are we
DuckTales
going
and you
down?
look up under that name,
When we took off, I thought there should have been a drum roll or something.
Research it.
you sue Mr. Duckworth, maybe we'll jump in there with
06 Charlie Traffic Cessna, November 6, 1816, 3
Excuse me,
miles,
Duck,
west
yes.
1,600 feet inbound to land
DuckTales.
runway 29er.
Duckworth. Duct tape. They not like us. They not like us. They not like us. It sound like the ancestors coming out. It sound like Kendrick Lamar got the ancestors coming out. They not like us. The spell is being broken. They not like us. They not like us. We gotta start telling ourselves
I see you're
that.
on your way
They
back,
not like
guys.
us. They not like
So,
us.
Ashley, did you enjoy the ride?
It's a spell.
You ready to do it again?
Kendrick cast the spell
Thanks
through
for
that
the
song.
ride,
They not like
Captain.
us.
I'm ready for
us.
another.
But even
That was
amongst
amazing.
us,
Thank you
us
so
is
much.
not us. Us is still them. Even amongst us is still them. Nigga want Diddy to come
What's
home
with the
for what? So he can give you golden showers?
Should I be worried?
You want Diddy to give you golden showers, my nigga? You want his baby oil, my nigga? He ain't giving out deals. Respectfully. You want to walk to get his cheesecake? You want to play with his beefcake? You want to ja rule with him? What's love got to do with it? No, it ain't love. It just feels good. Yeah. Ray, what up? What part of Diddy do you want? You want to walk to get his cheesecake? You want to make the band? You want a flavor in your ear? You want to die like Black Rob? Boom. Ray, what part do you want? Money could buy anything. That's what's dangerous. You niggas will sell your starfish. That's the... Ladies. All them dudes that be going for the second choice, I'm being sarcastic, and not the first choice, was your portal of life, it's because your hole is too big. Stop letting them anacondas in you and you going back to the small niggas. They can feel the difference. When you stretch in, stretch out. Yeah, you know where I got the starfish from? The starfish story came from me and Cannabis having a conversation. And he was telling me about when he was around Busta Rhymes and LL Cool J is hard as hell. And he said Busta Rhymes and LL Cool J was having a conversation about him. And he kept talking about his starfish. He said to me, I didn't know what a starfish was until after I left the niggas. When you hear industry niggas using the word starfish, they talking about your doo-doo hole. True story. Me and Cannabis had a long conversation. I ain't biting my tongue, and I ain't protecting industry. Yeah, they was talking about his starfish.
This landing was savage. Is that the right
Are you
one?
not entertained?
So here's the thing, Drake lawyers have to win that lawsuit, in my opinion, in order to be successful. They have to win it for big money, because look at the PR. It looks like an abject PR disaster on a level I've never seen before. Look at the PR, look at the response across Twitter. If you don't win this lawsuit for B's, like 100 M's, I don't see how you will ever win.
I believe you've got what it takes to bounce back and make it right.
That you just made. Wow,
I'm sure our guests had a thrill over their home region anyway.
Debacle. And so you're the guy who went out there and greenlit this. You have to bring it home with the biggest returns.
Ain't nobody sitting down with no burnout hoe.
Nice work completing your first mission. Continue building your flight hours by completing more missions, and you'll be ready to move on to your CPL in no time.
That's why you see Floyd Mayweather with a 21-year-old. Niggas is looking for a turnout, not a burnout. Many hoes burn out, niggas at 28, 29, 30, and they done had fun from 17 to then.
Here's all the first flight missions available right now. Take your pick which one you want to tackle next.
Oh, let's stop for a second. We got 3,200 people in the building. Everybody write 3,200 in the building. Let's see how long it takes before they bring it back down. Now we got 3,000 in the building. Y'all see the numbers? As soon as I catch them slipping, whoever behind the scenes at YouTube that's playing with my page, I wish you the biggest dildo. I want you to have a big pickle. A big one, grande. A big one, disrespectful, violating my channel. Violating my channel. I was just waiting to catch you sleeping. You sleeping. I dipped in. Y'all know what I do. I dipped in and I dipped back out. Now you went back up to 3,300. Now back to 32. Y'all want to keep it. Y'all don't want to let me get my true numbers. Hit the like button or I'm going to bed. I'm not like, y'all got to start hitting the like button because y'all see what they doing. Make the likes get to where it's at. Why am I wasting my time? I'm not wasting my time with niggas looking for attention for free. Now 2,900. Watch the numbers. Let's watch. Oh no, I'm not mad. I'm good. Because regardless of what, I still got paid, Mr. Hood Famous. You here wanting me to get mad because y'all sitting up there hitting my page and hitting and striking my page. You want me to get mad. I'm gonna go to bed. So 29, it dropped down from 33 to 29 to 2,400, right? So that's normal? Is that normal? Now it's 2,400 within less than a minute. Are y'all seeing and paying attention to the numbers? It's going to bed. Y'all can go watch one of them boring ass channels. Now it's at 2,300 from 2,900. Because we was never supposed to make it up like that, right? I be enjoying catching YouTube and whoever they got behind the scenes from Academics Crew and Whack 100 Crew playing with my channel. Nigga, I know it's y'all. See, eventually I'm gonna get tired of you playing with my shit act. Then I'm gonna sit outside your studio. And I'm gonna be playing that motherfucking I've been sitting in the studio just trying to make the new baby. I'm be playing that cube boy, that schoolboy cube shit. Keep playing with me, my nigga. I know it's you. Going live at the same time. Nigga, I know it's you. You the only nigga that felt like I was a threat when Tekashi told you this nigga's taking over. He blew the whistle. And ever since I sat down with your channel, I'm watching my life go down. Talking about making deals with me, then you sat down with bum ass Troy Ave. Nigga that came home from jail looking sick. Oh, so I just went from 3,400 people in the building to 2,100 people in the building. And y'all think that's normal? Y'all think that's normal? That I got a full-time agent playing with my algorithm on my page. Y'all think that's normal? He did it to Bosco too. They niggas bragged about doing it. Of course, they bragged about doing it. I listened to the nigga brag about doing it. Rape case ass nigga. Watching my life go down. Y'all still ain't hitting the like button? Oh, back up at 2,800. back down to 25. You can do this all day.
O'Hare Tower, Boeing November 755-01 ready at runway 28, right departure to the west. Boeing November 755-01.
Back up at 2800, is that normal? So that means somebody's kicking them out and bringing them back in? Is that normal? Is it normal, YouTube? Because I'm downloading these live. Is it normal for the lawsuit? Is this normal to play with people's paychecks like that? Because numbers, back down to 2600, right?
Yes, don't forget, log on to doggydown.com. That is my official website. On that website, you're going to find videos right now you saw in the YouTube. Everything is there.
Chicago approach, Boeing November 75501 is time 0.2 miles west of O'Hare, 1,500 feet. Request flight following.
First and foremost, the promotion will be going on
November 75501 Chicago approach,
YouTube, Threads account, Facebook, and Twitter. I can promote it as a reminder. This is the series you can Michigan is here. Don't forget, when you shout yourself, shout your area. We gonna shout the areas out. Beautifully balanced. What's going on? Neltron, 8000s is in the building. Nicholas Sealy is in the building. No Pulse. Josh is in the building. Black Earth is in the building. Tyrone James, what's going on? Big Damo, what is going on? Zip, zoom, zoom.
Okay, yeah, we just want to know if it's available. Thailand has it. All right. I don't know if it's even available in Thailand. Yeah, so please check. She's just gonna check. That's why I tried to tell you, man. You should have gotten Japan. They would have had it.
You think so? Maybe.
Yeah, they would have had like 1 million of them.
You think so?
Cheap.
Maybe, yeah. Well, it's not like they're made in Japan. They're made in Taiwan.
Yeah, but Japan gets the best.
ติดออเดอร์อ่ะพี่หนึ่งไหนล่ะบอกแล้วออเดอร์หมดเลยมันจะมีพลาดได้ยังไงมันไม่น่าพลาดหรอกติดออเดอร์เขาหมดเลย
We just want to see if you can order it.
เราแค่อยากรู้ว่าคุณสามารถสั่งซื้อได้หรือไม่
Is it available, the product?
สินค้ามีจำหน่ายไหม
Yeah, it really? It's available? Well, how much days does it take?
คือถ้าอีกอย่างถ้าเขายังไม่ไปอ่ะให้เขาไปคอมมามันจะไม่มีขาย
If only we spoke Thai.
เพราะว่าอันเนี้ยกลัวจะติดออเดอร์เขาพี่ว่าน่าจะติดออเดอร์หมดใช่จากประมาณมันจะมีขายเยอะไหมมีเขาโอนไปอยู่ประมาณ10อ๋อโอเคแต่ไม่แน่ใจว่ามันขายคู่บอร์ดเลยมันจะยอมหรือเปล่าหรือว่า
How long is the wait? How long is the wait if I wanted to order it?
So I'm starting to get impatient. How am I, Get Diamond? Not ready for what's up. I am good.
Why is this such a hard question? I don't understand.
Okay, let me just get the 9950.
I mean, don't settle, because then Chad will be busting your balls. I honestly just don't think this is available for what you're looking for.
I just Googled it, like...
I mean, look, dude, on my Google, literally, there's nowhere. It's just eBay, unless you want to go to eBay. Like, Shopee is like some weird Chinese shit. Yeah. Like, so you don't trust Shopee. And look, there's no stores that have it. Right? Like, there's no stores that have out there.
It's okay, no.
Well, they can see, like, if you can't actually order it, then you know it's not available. I can't seem to find the product online, so that's why I'm asking if you can pre-order it, because we don't know if it's even available in Thailand.
Oh wait, the 9950 is $300 more than 9900.
We just want to know if it even exists. It's okay. It's okay. Upstairs was like 17. I think the 990 is good, but now you don't even have a fan, bro. Yeah. Maybe she has. I mean, you're gonna need a fan, right, to cool it?
Yeah. And you have cooler?
Is this okay for game? Gaming?
yes gaming
Very good?
gaming only
Gaming only? Yeah. Very good, see? What about editing? Edit video? Edit video is okay? Everything. It's expensive. You can basically do anything with the 9 Series Ryzen 9900X. Yo. Oh yeah, I did. it's a whole series higher than the 7, bro. My laptop has a Ryzen 9 6000. Well, he's about to get a Ryzen 9 9900X, bro. Like, once again, I don't honestly think that he's gonna even notice the fucking difference on anything, bro. Like, when you're breaking down these little specs, like, oh, the thread ripping is better or whatever like that, that's like comparing fucking such minuscule things. Like, it's like literally taking a Samsung S24 Ultra and comparing it to a Samsung S25 Ultra. They're both very, very good. You don't need to always upgrade your phone every single year. You know what I mean? Every 2 years, every 3 years, okay, but... It's pointless buying a super fast CPU unless you want a game. That's what exactly what I'm saying. I mean, it's not like Homeless is a fucking hardcore gamer, bro. You know what I mean? I honestly think it's kind of just a fucking overkill already. It's already overkill. Like, you know what I mean? He could have gotten away with a 7 series. I googled the processor that he wanted, and it's not even for sale in any stores. Like, at least it doesn't show up on my phone. So you're literally just walking into stores asking them for a product that most likely they don't have. It's way overkill. The 590 will even bottleneck before those CPUs. He's buying a very, very good fucking processor, man. I don't give a fuck what you say. Any 9 series Ryzen is gonna be fucking good, right? I mean, there's no fucking way. Like, I mean, I use a fucking Ryzen 7. Nine series battle for games, good for productivity. That's bullshit. What the fuck kind of game do you think he's playing, man? You know what I mean? What the fuck game do you think he's playing, bro? He's literally probably playing Roblox. And like free games that you don't have to pay for. Like you know that whatever that is, I forget what that thing is, like download free fucking games to play. I don't, you know what I mean? I'm not buying anything.
Broken every time. I was born on a farm, so I'm very used to it. Smell of horse.
Tree Boeing 50.